Well, good Friday morning. Yeah, we're off to co-op this morning, and yeah, we had to read all of James this morning. So we've been reading through Acts and being chronological. They insert the letters when where historically they're thought to be have written, and here we have James writing to the believers that are scattered among the nations, and he writes them to encourage them, but we know there's a lot here, and it really is to do with um, the life of the Christian, and not just the life of the Christian, because we've taken faith and we've isolated it, we've made it about individuals, and faith has always been about community, and we've always been meant to live out our faith in community and family. And so James is writing to that effect on how we work that out. It's like Paul writing in First Corinthians 12 about the body, how the body works, describing the body, um, describing the church as a body, and each individual being so different from the others, but we have that all the same purpose. And he says, how does this work when we're just with such diversity? Let me show you. And he talks about love. And with James, it's the same thing. And he deals with it on the level of faith, that you believe there's a God, great. Even the demons do, but they're still demons. Uh, and he talks about the faith being worked out, and faith is worked out in community, because faith is acting on what God has said. Faith is acting on, it's like Jesus says, if you love me, you'll do what I say. And this is what James is saying here, that we have the obligation of obeying the Word of God. We have to put it in practice, and the way we put it into practice is we honor one another, we love one another, we don't speak bad of each other, we're there to support each other, encourage each other, lift each other up. We run after each other. If there's somebody who's gone astray, we seek after the restoration. And this is what he's writing about. And we have some really fantastic passages in here, sound bites, if you want. It's like James knew all about sound bites, right? And so we take these retweetable things that and we run with it. But we have to understand, overall, he's writing to a dispersed church, and he's telling them how they stay true to who they are in when they're surrounded by other culture. He's really talking about living out the kingdom culture, surrounded by the world, and that's becoming more and more relevant for us, um, in where we live, because um, the facade of the church is falling away. We see where we actually are. We've never done well when we've been in charge. We've bullied when we've been in charge, and we've always been meant to be more of like a Daniel situation, where we're there to influence with the kingdom, and that's what's important. And so in this world now, we're seeing these other things rising up. We're seeing other communities rising up. We're seeing godlessness. We're seeing things that just aren't what they used to be. Um, and I don't bemoan that. I think it's good, because now the church can rise up to do what it has always meant to do, and we get to walk in true faith, where faith costs us. And this is what James is talking about. It costs us to do the right thing, to love the way we're supposed to love, and pursue faith community as we're supposed to. So it's a lot of good stuff here. You can hear my kids are starting to wake up. Yeah, see, small house, it's hard to find a quiet place to do this sort of stuff. That's why I was always doing it outside before. And I apologize, but you get the gist of it this morning. You be blessed, be encouraged, pursue this thing, chase after it. There's a lot of things here that James has written and saying, like, if this is the condition of your heart, like, you need to chase after the Lord. You need to check this out. If there's jealousy and bitterness there, this is what it's going to lead to. If you can't act on your faith, this is what it leads to. There's a lot of good stuff here to consider, to read over again, and highlight and share and talk about and most important, put into practice. So be blessed, my friends. Love you. See you soon.